Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 stars Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, Vin Diesel, and Kurt Russell. And now that the Guardians of the Galaxies are no longer vigilantes, they're now heroes. They go on to various missions to take out certain enemies for other people. And they might have helped out the wrong type of people. And right now, those this these gold, people made out of pure gold, everything is gold around them, wants to again wreck everything and make everything miserable for everybody. But the Guardians are there to stop him or her. But Chris Pratt meets his father, and we get more personal backstory with Chris Pratt and a much deeper impact with all the other characters, with a couple of new characters like what's the villain's name? I don't know what's the villain's name. I forgot. And we got Mantis. We got Ego the Living Planet. We got all these new characters, and some of the old ones are back, like Yondu and Nebula. So, what are my thoughts on the film? I haven't been disappointed in the MCU so far. And I'm still not disappointed as of yet. I absolutely freaking love the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I do not think it is just as good as the first. I still think the first was way better, but we'll get to the negatives later. Let's talk about the positives. Again, the cast. Freaking awesome. I love the cast. Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, and Vin Diesel all did a great job as the main roles of the film. And we actually get a few new Guardians, 3 in particular. We get Mantis, who can sense people's feelings, as in the trailer. I'll not spoil anything else about her. And we get Nebula, who we see at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 1, flee. And last we saw of Yondu, who is now a new Guardian. He was, pissed, to be exact, for not getting the gem that he wanted. So, they somehow, not get spoiled yet, they decide to join the Guardians, and voila, we get a new team. And yeah, they were great. Even Mantis, who is a new character, I found pretty likable. I mean, she's not the show stealer as I thought she might be, but she is very good. And all the acting is very good. And actually, the character who stole the entire show for me is Yondu and, again, Rocket Raccoon. They're a tie. I mean, their relationship together in this film, fantastic. And yes, everybody, Baby Groot was awesome. I love Baby Groot. The characters were all great. Ego Living Planet, not gonna spoil much, but all I can say is Kurt Russell did a great job, and I really, really like the character. And I'm glad that he is not in the shoes of the Fantastic Four. Fuck you, Fox. Anyway, let's start with story now. Is the story any good? Well, it is not as intriguing as the very first. We'll get into those in my negatives. But it does have a few surprises. It does take its time many times. And it is a pretty well-flowed story. And that's all I can say about it. It is well written. James Gunn is still really good at writing scripts. and the other scriptwriters with him were great. Everybody, everybody who was part of the script, you did a good job. The visual effects and the action sequences, there is a lot, and it is all awesome. No shaky cam. It is all well handled. Um, and now we have to go to my negatives. There isn't that much negatives, so this will be pretty fast. As I said about the story being not as good as it should be, that's because sometimes it does feel a little bit disjointed. Sometimes there's scenes where I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? It's happened rarely, so it is a flaw that I noticed, but not too big of a flaw. And there are a few times where the humor doesn't always work. The humor is great. The humor is really great. But there's a few times where it's not as funny as it should be. And the villains of the film are, again, forgettable. They say that your movie should be as good as your villains. Marvel is still suffering from that problem. They were doing a little bit better last year with Kalisis and Zemo. I enjoyed their villain. I enjoyed the Doctor Strange villain, Kalisis, whatever his name is. But I love Baron Zemo. I thought he was a great villain. Here, they're again in phase 2 villains. They are pretty forgettable. But that is kind of what I expected from this point on with Marvel movies. So it's not like a noticeable flaw at this point for me. But I wish it could have a great villain. But other than those negatives aside, the humor is really on point when it is. The whole movie is fun, and it still kept the spirit of the very first alive, and that is what gave the movie its heart and its power to be a great film for me. So for those reasons, I'm going to give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, P.S. it does have great soundtrack, get it, an A-. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll have more videos coming soon, more comics coming soon, more movie news coming soon, more reactions coming soon. Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.